Hi everybody, I'm Lorelai and you are watching Heart to Heart. We have an amazing show for you tonight, and when I say amazing, I'm not just kidding around. We have a very special guest tonight, Presto the Magician, Presto the Digitator, Presto the Dean of Magic here in Long Beach, California. He has been around here for virtually forever, as far as I can tell.
Pretty close to that, yes.
Very close to forever, going on forever in about another week. And he has a magic shop on Atlantic Boulevard that many of you might be acquainted with, and he's here today to talk to us about the mystery of magic, to entertain us and to lighten our spirits and show us that the hand is quicker than the eye, and sometimes the eye is slower than the hand. I don't know what. But welcome, Presto. Thank you for being on the show today.
Well, I thank you, Lorelai, for inviting me. I think this is a wonderful opportunity for me to be able to talk about magic and to talk about Long Beach's place in the magic scheme of things, if there is one.
Long Beach is a magical place.
In some ways, yes.
And how would you say that Long Beach fits in the world of magic? Is it famous for magic? Is it famous because you're here?
Well, I would hope that that'd be part of it. I've had a magic shop here for 25 years, and gradually through attrition, I have wound up being the largest magic shop on the West Coast as far as the amount of magic that I have. But Long Beach is the home of Rick Thomas, who is a major illusionist in Las Vegas, and then there's LaRoff, who are unquestionably the best cruise ship magicians on the seas today, and there are literally hundreds of young magicians. At one point we were famous for a young magicians club called the Mystics. Gradually the Mystics all grew up and went on their way, and that left us with sort of a void here. But I'm hoping someday the junior Mystics will get back together again and really put out the great magic that they used to.
Right. We need to raise up a whole new generation of mystics here in Long Beach, and I hope that this show will do something to inspire the younger people of Long Beach who might be watching this to get excited about magic. And what is so exciting about magic, Presto? Why did you become a magician? What was it that drew you to the world of magic?
I did magic as a kid, and I played with magic, and I never really got very far with it. And eventually I became a professor, and as a professor I wound up being vice president of the faculty, and the president, to thank me for my assistance, took me up to the famous Hollywood Magic Castle. And I fell in love with the place. I said, what do you do to become a member? And he smiled and said, oh, you have to be a member. You have to be a magician to be a member. And I said, okay, I'll become a magician. And like that, I set out and I worked one summer. And the following November, I became a magician. I took their test. They passed me on. So
you took the magic test.
Yeah.
There's a magic test. It's like
oh, yeah.
Is it like the Sorcerer's Apprentice, you know?
No, you have to please a board of your peers and several professionals with the fact that you are serious about magic as a hobby and art form, and then they let you in.
So you fell in love with magic at the Magic Castle, so much that it made you change professions from the teaching profession completely into the magic profession.
Well, I wouldn't put it that way quite. I was 31 years a professor, and there was an overlap of quite a few years in which I was a magician, an amateur magician, then a professional magician, and I still kept on teaching. That's all I could do.
Did you do magic in front of your students?
I always had at least one assignment where I got a chance to demonstrate magic as a part of the assignment. And then they'd go out and they'd work on their assignments. And I think it made it more interesting for them because the word got around the college, as it would, anytime now, he's going to do his magic. So it was a lot of fun. I wound up over the 31 years doing, I think, 16 shows for them.
Wow.
So it kept on going. But magic is a matter of believing and feeling and just plain having fun.
I'm ready to have fun.
You're ready
Let's
to
have
have
some fun. Let's have some
All
magical
right.
fun.
Well,
Okay.
let's see. This is an opening I have used for about 25 years because I can think of nothing more magical than rope. Rope is indeed the ultimate in magic. For instance, rope has one end here, another end here. Isn't that amazing? One end here, another end here. Watch the magic. One end there. See it go? Now this is one end and this is the other end. No, that's all right. That passed her by. We'll just go on.
Woo! Okay.
Right. Two ends and a middle. Now if I take the ends and I tie them together just like this, I form a very weird rope. It's a rope with, believe it or not, no end. It just keeps going round and round and round. If I turn it, however, and do this, now I've got a rope with both ends at the middle. If I take a pair of skizzers, stay with me. I take a pair of skizzers, skizzers, I can't say scissors, and I make sure I don't cut my finger bones and there, like that. Now I've got probably the weirdest rope of all because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 ends.
Okay, that I'm believing.
Right. Now, Lorelai, you said that this was a neat show and you wanted everything neat. And this, of course, is not neat.
No.
If it's not neat, then we have to do something. What we'll do is we'll just move it down here. Got it? Now, if you don't like that, we can just simply take it off. I teach that at my store. I teach people how to do that, but I never show them the ultimate of this because, you see, I like colorful endings.
Yay. Woo. Okay, that's great.
That's sort of a colorful way to get started.
That is wonderful. And of course, the next question would be, how did you do that? But of course, you can't.
Very carefully. No. I keep thinking, I do it all right.
Yeah, absolutely. That was amazing.
But that is parlor type magic. That is magic that generally I do when people are sitting in front of me as a single audience. Then there's close-up magic, in which I either wander from table to table or people wander by a table where I am. There is stage magic and big stages. I've been very fortunate in emceeing some of the best shows around and working on them. And illusions I'm not crazy about. To me, an illusion was always twisting some poor little girl assistant into horrible positions to make sure that the thing looked good.
Oh, ow.
While the guy struts around saying, hey, I got these blades.
Let's not do the blade thing.
No,
okay?
no, I won't cut up for it.
Thank you.
Tell you what, somewhere in here I have something that is absolutely practical, and I'll need your assistance.
Okay.
Is that fair enough?
Yes.
Okay, Lorelai, what is that?
It looks like the top of a purse, like the clasp of a little coin purse or something.
That isn't what it is.
What is it?
It's my purse after taxes. Yes. However, I'm never empty, you see. I always have that. Oh, wait a minute. That's not enough. You need two. There. Now, check those out closely, Lorelai. One's a boy, one's a girl.
How can you tell the difference?
Well, I thought a grown-up lady like you would be able to spot it. Hand me the, hand me the boy.
Okay.
Now, see, if you were grown up, you'd check. No, there's a... I'm giving you the girl.
Okay.
Get the girl, close it, hold it tight, don't let it go. I happen to have the boy here. Just like that. Now you've got the girl, I've got the boy.
Right.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, watch this. Go. Gone. I want to see how long she's patient. You better pan over on her.
I'm afraid to open my hands.
Slowly.
Ah! Okay, no, this is too strange. How did you do that?
Rather well. Yes. Isn't that amazing?
That's incredible. No, that was just very,
All
very
right, now,
weird.
you won't wash your hand for a
No,
week.
never. Never
yes.
again. Cutting it off and putting it in a jar now because this has happened to me. Unbelievable.
There you go. Wow. Look, magic is a matter of believing. We no longer think of magic as real. We think of magic as entertainment, enjoyment. And that's really what a good performer is out to do. He's trying to create entertainment for you. And if I do that, if you feel like, hey, that's great, then it's worked. If I take of course, there are some things that work better with men, some things that work better with women.
Okay.
This particular one works much better with women because it's the one thing women love above everything else.
And what would that be? She said, opening up a straight line. Oh, money.
Money. What else? Now, this is
Just checking to make sure you knew what it was.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Well, you see, money talks to me. It says goodbye. That's a $50, a plain old $50. On the other hand, that's a British penny. You may never have seen a British penny
No,
before.
I haven't.
Right there it says Elizabeth. On the back, believe it or not, that's 1 penny. Can you see where it says
Yes,
1 penny?
I do.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
A penny that's as big as a $50. We used to have a song when I went to Boy Scout camp, I've got sixpence, jolly, jolly sixpence, I got sixpence, and so on like
Right.
that. The reason they pick sixpence is because if you got 7 of those in your pocket, your pence will fall. At any rate, I call this a 2-coin trick.
Okay.
Why do I call this a 2-coin trick?
There's 2 coins
There's
there.
2 coins, that's
Okay.
right. But if I take the British penny and I place it right into my pocket like that, how many do I have left?
Well, you should have 1, theoretically.
Theoretically, but it's a 2-coin trick, so I happen to have 1 here and 1 here. It's a 2-coin trick. Now, I fooled you by using a British coin. Perhaps I should do it with the American coin. It is a 2-coin trick.
I'm
If
seeing
you look
them.
closely, you see the 2
Yes.
coins. If I take the $50, right, and I put it into my pocket like this, how many coins do I have left?
1.
No, it is a 2-coin trick. I've got a $50 there. I've got a British penny here. If I put the British penny into my hand like that, and I reach over here, I take the $50, and I put it right into my pocket, how many do I have left?
I'm going to guess and say you've got 1 left, but no.
It's a 2-coin trick. You've got 2 coins. Look, one last chance. It's
Okay.
a 2-coin trick.
Right.
If I make a fist and I grab one of the coins, it doesn't matter which one. Just, okay, there's the 1 penny.
Right.
There's Elizabeth. I'm going to put that coin into my pocket like that. How many coins do I have left?
Knowing you at this point, you probably have at least 2, if not more, coins
You didn't
in
see
your
me
hand.
put one? Look,
I
forget
did.
it.
Oh, stop it. How did you do that? No, his hand is empty, folks. There are no coins in this hand.
Just
I
like
only saw you put 1 coin in your pocket, but yet you kept coming back with 2, and now you have 0.
right.
Magic.
That's
The
close-up.
wonder of magic.
Yes. Close-up is a wonderful thing because it brings people together and it is a wonderful transition. Now, when I am at my store, I also, after 30 years, 33 years of magic, I sort of give people a perspective. I call it the Presto Perspective. And the idea is, with my way of thinking, things become a little saner. There are rules for magicians to live by. We never tell how a trick is done.
Okay.
We never repeat a trick because the second time they already know what's going to happen. Now they're just looking to see how you did it. And number 3, most important of all, the one thing that really matters, practice. You get those 3 together and you can do almost anything in magic. You can do long things, short things. Now, this is a stage trick, but it is sort of a weird thing. This is a hausser. This is a real hausser because this rope is good solid and can be controlled by magical forces. Watch. Okay, now watch this closely. Stay. Okay. I'll speak to the rope. You be good. Hear me? All right, now it's going to stay this time.
Okay.
We won't have to worry about it. Watch. Here it goes.
It's not listening, Presto.
Do you want to be tied to garbage? You stay.
Ooh, it's very obedient. Wow.
Now. And something like that can
Fabulous.
keep people looking
Amused
at
for
it.
hours,
Yes.
absolutely hours.
We play games with magic. We do things that can't be done. That's the beauty of it. That is
beautiful.
what makes magic real. I have so much magic here. Now, when I was I've been traveling around the world. You didn't mention that, but I've been traveling all over the world doing magic. Last year on Russian cruise ships.
Really?
And just having a ball. This year, if the war ends, if everybody's happy with the ending, we go to China and Tibet.
Really?
Yes. If it doesn't end, then who knows where we go.
Are you going to go on a cruise ship, or are you touring
No,
the mainland?
we'll tour mainland and cruise ship and planes. Technically, we're going to go to China so that we can go through the boat cruise through the Three Gorges, and then we'll go to Xi'an to see the terracotta statues, and then Beijing and a couple of other places I can't even pronounce.
Have you been to China before?
No.
So it'll
no.
be the first
So
time for
this
you.
will be my
first time
first
China will be seeing Presto Magic.
That's true.
Presto the
That's true.
Digitator.
But now, when I went to India and then up to Nepal and Kathmandu, I was very proud of myself. I had learned to do the famous linking rings. Now that's a big thing, the Chinese linking rings, one of the two oldest tricks known to man.
And do you need more room to do these here than
No,
I'm giving
I
you,
can do it
or-
right
okay,
here.
Okay,
If she can see it, we can do
Okay,
it.
well-
How's that?
Going to keep on the camera that's going to keep watching Presto for this. Okay.
Okay, a rope. Now, in the old Chinese linking rings, they used metal, steel rings. And when I was in Nepal, in Kathmandu, I got to talk with a lama, and he said I didn't have to use metal. He said, anything that you can form a circle with is good enough. That's one circle. He said, this is the way you make a second circle. That, by the way, is a square knot, left over right, right over left. I was a Boy Scout once. And then the third one, the same thing, left over right, right over left. And we form 3 of these rings. And I looked at him, I remember looking at him and saying, Master, how will that do it? And he said, just put them together, say the magic incantation, and it'll link. And I said, no, that's impossible. You can't. He said, all you have to do is put one over the other and just let it link, and it'll link. I said, but it can't happen that way. He said, but it is happening that way. And I said, well, they're on now, you can't get them off. He said, oh, very easy, take one off. I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. He said, take a good look. It just pops off.
Oh my
There they are, that's 3.
Unbelievable.
I said, that's exactly what I said. He said, the unbelievable thing is when you take 2 of them, like this, and you just simply take them and make your day.
Wow. Unbelievable. That's so
And it's
incredible.
sort of a fun thing to do. You don't see many magicians
No,
doing that.
no. You don't
They're
see
still
many
working.
magicians, period. I mean, you actually have to travel to go see magicians, to go up to the Magic Castle. It's not
Well,
like
to
they're
go to the Magic Castle.
magicians on every
and
corner.
Then in the city of Orange, there is a show, Merlin's Magic, that is open for dinner and show. And that, by the way, is run by another Long Beach man. Joe Derry runs that.
Wow.
And he does a very good job of presenting shows. I know that because I worked for him for 4 months while he was off at Novato doing the Renaissance fairs.
Great.
Now, I don't know how much time you've got left or how much more you want to talk about magic, so I'm at a loss to know where to go.
Well, I don't know how much time we have left either, so
Good.
someone will probably tell me. I think we have about, 8 minutes or so left in the show.
Okay.
So, did you say you had a little
I have a
thing there?
story. Yes, I have
Okay.
a story. This is one of my fun things that I've worked on for a long, long time. So if you'll pardon me, I'll tell the story
Tell the
for your
story,
friends here.
please.
Okay, once upon a time, there was an emperor of China whose name was Hu He.
Hu He.
That was his name, Hu He. He got his name because every time he walked down the street, people would say, Hu He, Hu He. And he had a beautiful daughter named Shihu. And Shihu said she wanted to get married. In fact, she said she wanted to get married in the worst way. And her daddy said, that's probably just the way it's going to happen, the worst way. He said, but you can't just marry anyone because he'll be the next emperor of China. He must be very, very wise. He must be able to fool me 3 times. 3 times must he fool me. And Shihu cried a lot because she knew nobody fooled Daddy. And the nobles and the princes from surrounding countries and the generals and all the important people came and tried to fool the old man 3 times, and nobody succeeded. And it looked like she was going to be an old maid for her life. And then one day, a little man came walking up to the throne, and he looked sort of like this. He said, Mighty Emperor, my name, fooling you. The emperor said, you're not fooling me, you're the court magician. He said, no, my name, fooling you. And I fool you 3 times. I marry your beautiful daughter and be next emperor of China. The emperor smiled and he said, how are you going to do that? He said, with my magic wands. You see, I have a wand with short tassel named Tessel. I have a wand with long tassel named Tissel. But if I pull Tessel, Tissel go up. If I pull Tissel, Tessel go. If I pull Tessel, Tissel go. If I pull Tissel, Tessel go. The emperor said, you're not going to fool me with that. Anybody knows the string goes up, goes through, and comes down the other side. And the little man smiled. He smiled and he said, Mighty Emperor, I have fooled you 1 time. 1 time have I fooled you. O Emperor, no strings. And yet, when I pull Tessel, Tissel go. When I pull Tissel, Tessel go. Now the emperor said, that's slick. You fooled me 1 time. I didn't think you were able to do that, but you did. But you can't fool me a 2nd time. I bet you know how he did it, right? The string goes up, said the emperor, goes all the way back around to the back and back up to the front, so that when you pull Tessel, Tissel goes. When you pull Tissel, Tessel goes. The little man smiled. He said, Mighty Emperor, and he bowed very low. He said, Mighty Emperor, now I fool you 2 times, because, O Emperor, no strings, no strings, no strings at all. And yet, when I pull Tessel, Tissel go. When I pull Tissel, Tessel go. Now, the emperor said, boy, that's slick. You fooled me 2 times. First man ever to fool me 2 times. But you cannot fool me a 3rd time. You show me they separate, they go up and down. Nothing more they can do. The little man looked. He said, Mighty Emperor, you're right. You're right. I thought I fooled you 3 times, but no more do anything. Just go. Oh, I thought when I pulled Tessel and Tissel go up that I... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And the emperor laughed and laughed and laughed, and he said, now, you silly man, you break your trick. No more work. That was when he said, oh, yes, work beautifully. Work perfectly. As a matter of fact, all I need, come closer, What I need, one little hair. Thank you. Wrap around here. Wrap around here. You say broken, I say go. Now, mighty emperor, you see, nothing connected. Yet, when I pull here, go up, even though nothing connected. So, pull tessel, tissel go, pull tissel, tessel go. And that, my dear friends, is how fooling you came to marry She-Who and be the next emperor of China. And their first girl baby was named after that event. Her name was She Who's Fooling You. And that's my story. Isn't that weird?
Okay, very good, wonderful. Thank you so much. Amazing. I'm completely bowled over. You've magitized me, Presto the Digitator.
Well, I thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to want to be working on closing because this show's almost over, so we want to make sure everybody knows how they can find you. If they need to find you, we're going to talk about the shop, where it is. It's on Atlantic Boulevard.
5701 Atlantic, which is just below or south of South Street.
Right, south of South Street.
South of South Street.
And it's on the west side of the street.
And it's on the west side of the street. And it's a beautiful yellow building with a bright red awning.
Yes, and it's called?
And it's, believe it or not, called Presto Magic.
Presto Magic, what
And
name?
if anyone comes in and says the secret word, the magic word, Lorelai, I will give them a free magic trick.
Wow. Did you
Fair
hear that,
enough?
people?
A free magic trick just for knowing Lorelai.
Unbelievable. Audience, you better get your butts up to Presto Magic. Did you hear that? You are going to get a free magic trick if you just mention my name, Lorelai. Or you could even say that heart to heart, or I saw you on that weird cable show. Would that work too?
Well, I've been on several weird cable
The one
shows,
that's showing now on Long
yes.
Beach Community
How
Television.
about the one with the pretty girl,
Oh,
all right?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And what's your phone number if they have to call you?
562, obviously. 428-3882. And we're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Okay, so you're off Sunday and Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Because all magicians are off on
Gotta
Sunday.
rest.
Gotta rest.
Gotta rest.
Gotta give it
Besides,
a rest.
we're getting ready to go to China.
That's right.
That's a lot of rest.
Preparing. And when are you going to be in China? If the
End
war
of
doesn't-
April,
Okay.
most of May.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm predicting that the war will be over by then. Watch my predictions.
I'll buy that.
Thank you so much for being on the
And
show,
thank you,
Presto.
dear.
Love you. Okay, yay. Thanks for watching Heart to Heart. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.